Hey Scorpio, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 21st, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. The heart of your reading, we have decisive action. With the King of Swords, very grounded in logic and reason. It's well-researched. It's relying on well-respected, knowledgeable advisors. If the King of Swords doesn't know something, he doesn't make a decision based on his limited understanding. He hires or recruits or connects with the foremost experts in their field so that he can make the most knowledgeable, well-reasoned decision possible for him and his kingdom. So you're currently in a position to make an important decision that has you either doing the research or learning something, or it's like based in an area that you already have a lot of expertise. Your challenge is the Emperor in reverse. You're either at loggerheads with someone also in an authority role who is at odds with you, and they're sort of what's the word, like in a pissing match with you. Actually, I have jurisdiction here, or why are you trying to make the decision? It's actually my decision. If you've stepped on someone's toes in that way and they're coming for you, trying to reclaim what they see as their authority, then they're behaving in a way that is unbecoming of their station. I think they may have been triggered, or maybe they're just a bad guy. Maybe they're someone who's like unscrupulous behavior, I don't know, taking bribes, that sort of cliche of misuse of power. It could be someone who expects favors in turn for approving certain projects, like using their authority to enrich or please themselves in some way. That's what I mean by, like, Emperor in reverse can be a bad guy in that way. It could just be a hothead, someone who's a leader, but they're like explosive, like they're a bad boss because they're just yelling all the time. They don't have a hold on their I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's see. So you are either, meeting head on with this person who's challenging you, or your challenge might be that when you are making this decision, you are expressing those sorts of characteristics. This energy might be manifesting through you. So you find yourself tempted to take bribes, or tempted to say, all right, you want me to decide in a way that's going to benefit you. What are you going to do for me? This quid pro quo expectation or abuse of power somehow. Are you abusing power, Scorpio? Are you doing that? Don't do it. What are my Scorpios focused on? What has your attention? Page of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Lack of communication from a mother figure or someone who's in charge of the household, maybe. There's a lot of possibilities. This could be the person who is responsible for appropriating funds or resources is bad at their job, is not doing it well, and they're refusing to communicate with you. They're not answering your calls. They're not responding to your emails. They're not giving you some important piece of information that you require about their role in whatever you're deciding. The Page of Swords in reverse could be you not wanting to talk to this person who's like maybe saying, what do you mean you want to decide to do this? We don't have the money to do that, or we don't have the resources to do that. So you are blocking communication with that person because they're at odds with your agenda. Let's see what led up to this. Recent past for Scorpio, we have the Ace of Wands. Inspiration. You got very passionate for something. It felt sudden, out of the blue, unexpected. But it sort of like solidified your conviction, a zeal. Yes, I will do this thing. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. That sort of an like. When I tap into your energy, that's how I feel. That's how I think you felt. One of the best things that can come from this, from your higher self perspective, is Knight of Cups. You taking action rather than dictating or delegating to someone else. You take action yourself with a very heart-centered approach. Very genuine, very caring. I think this is the answer to your quandary. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, rather than coming from a place of a well-reasoned argument, I think you gotta hit him in the heart. You have to make like a heartfelt plea, whether this is shifting from, what do you mean it can't be that way? I refer to rule number 1 and subsection B, and see, I'm proving to you that that's not the way that it should be. I'm correct. I have I have facts on my side. From that to, listen, this has been really hard for me. It would sure mean a lot if we could allow this Rule 1 and subsection B to be passed in this way, or to be honored in this way, because I've been having a really hard time with how this has been impacting me in my life. Let me share a story with you about how it's been impacting my life and my kids and my job. I come from, my parents had this problem, and I have the opportunity to do things differently now. Like a heartfelt story, genuine, how it's really impacting you. That's the shift between the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So, however that fits your situation, I think you have a real opportunity to lead from the heart here. And making that shift is perhaps something that will serve you in the long term, but I think we're really focusing in on one particular situation in this instance. In the near future, we have a flurry of communication, a lot of messaging or emails back and forth that creates momentum in the direction, that leads to faster resolution, but I think it's in the direction that you want things to go. It's speeding through whatever part of this you're uncertain how it's going to go, the moon at the bottom of the deck. It'll go a lot faster than you think. Whatever unknowns you're going to have to navigate through. There'll be a lot of, one thing leads to another, and it just sort of becomes clear as you take each step what needs to happen next. Excuse me. So the uncertainty element of it becomes somewhat of a non-issue. The thing that's going to surprise you that you don't see coming is you're going to get your wish. Whatever you're wishing for, some sort of idealized outcome you're really, really hoping for, it's actually going to come true. The Nine of Cups in the surprise position is like, oh, this is exactly what you wanted, Scorpio. Congratulations. So there's something to look forward to. Your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse and Death in reverse. This is what? Clingy, needy, emotionally manipulative behavior, but in a way that kind of draws you in. Like, maybe, it could be that what's called for here, this sort of like leading from a heart space, you could really associate that with like an unnecessary sob story. Like, please, hear my woes. Wallow in the depths of my emotions with me. Suffer with me. This Queen of Cups in reverse could be sort of what you associate with opening up emotionally. Thereby representing what you're afraid of. You don't want to be seen that way. You don't want to behave that way. If you're going to open up to anyone, it's definitely not with that connotation, right? But then you pair that with Death in reverse, and it adds this element of like resistance to change, trying to avoid an ending or the necessity to evolve in some way. I'm getting a song, so I'll give it to you. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Not wanting things to be over, but in this sort of like longing, poetic sort of a way. That Death energy in the reverse is connected to this very like nostalgic, poetic, deep soul sort of energy. The end result, we have you pulling the strings from behind the scenes to manifest the outcome that you feel is justified and required from the situation, by the situation. You're going to be a little sneaky, a little manipulative. I don't think you're going to break any rules. You maybe call in a favor, maybe stack the deck in your favor some way that's not technically breaking the rules. But it's going to take some like sneaky action on your behalf. You're going to pull it off. You're going to be successful. You're going to get your way. And I don't think anyone else is going to find out about whatever sneaky behavior you partake in. What advice do we have for Scorpio, King of Pentacles in reverse? Lots of leadership going on here. We're really talking about like the topic of authority. Let's see. Advice. I think it's less important throughout this phase of your story for you to focus on discipline, what's responsible, long-term consequences. That's all less important right now. There's an immediate focus that's requiring your attention, and Spirit is saying, take off the hat of thinking about next year or 10 years from now and do what's right now. It could also be referring to loosening up the purse strings, like don't be so stingy with funds. But tying into that whole, like, if you're saving for a rainy day and you're refusing to spend money on a necessity today because of what might happen a year from now, now's the time to dip into the rainy day fund. So Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helped. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back tomorrow.